What's up, NESN Clubhouse? I'm Bill Neer, founder of Helios Hockey, and today we're going inside the Helios lab to show you where we're developing the future of player development in hockey. We're a team from MIT, the NHL, and WHOOP that saw a massive gap in player development and providing a tool that could individualize feedback for personalized development plans. We developed a small wearable that mounts on your shoulder pads and uses AI to track the skating motion and give you individualized feedback to drive your improvement. One of the biggest issues is that the solutions available to the pros are expensive, they involve installing infrastructure in the hockey rink, and they also require an expert with a PhD in sports science to interpret what they're even telling us. And so we saw a huge opportunity to bring this to any developing hockey player, from youth all the way up to the pros we work with, like Matthew Nyes on Toronto and Carolyn Harvey at Wisconsin.
As a former video coach for the Boston Bruins, I know how important watching shift video is for your player development. The problem at the lower levels is that most parents don't have time to go through all the video. We instantly cut your shift video from the wearable, saving you hours and hours of time and allowing your players to stay really engaged with watching their own shifts and seeing their own highlights.
Here you can see the Helios core sensor mounted on this pair of shoulder pads, but our story actually goes way back to a smart puck, which we developed when we first started the company, and we intended for this to be focused on delivering data around your shooting and your stick handling. It took a few iterations to figure out how do you actually get electronics inside of a hockey puck. We tried cutting it in half and drilling it out, and it turns out it's a pretty difficult process, and we felt as though we weren't really hitting the most important skill to a hockey player that is foundational, which is their skating. And that's where we pivoted to actually bring all the electronics and smarts we had started developing in the puck into the wearable, a more athlete-centric approach to track performance over a longer period of time. And here's the circuit board that actually lives inside the Helios core sensor. We probably 3D printed over 30 times just to get the glow perfect. One of the things we believe at Helios is that not every shift is created equal, and not every minute of time on ice is created equal. With the core, you get a breakdown of each minute you're out on the ice, and it will tell you how much of that time you were actually skating, so you can appreciate how hard you were working, how effective that shift was.
You're really able to get objective data on your skating analytics when it comes to how hard are your players working, how much time are they spending skating versus coasting or gliding, and the time that you invest in working on those areas, whether it's lateral mobility or force generation. The Helios platform allows you to track that improvement. Here at Helios, we're working hard to make it easy for players, parents, and coaches to understand the data behind your performance and use it to drive player development.